Ella Purnell is currently one of TV's biggest stars, but few of her fans have seen her underrated drama series, Sweet Bitter, and that's a crying shame. Most people likely haven't even heard of the star's drama, and are probably more familiar with Purnell's most famous television characters, such as the plucky Lucy in Fallout or the ill-fated Jackie in Yellow Jackets. Hailing from London, England, Purnell's earlier TV work is predominantly across the pond, including the television movie Cyberbully, opposite Game of Thrones' Maisie Williams, and the BBC's Agatha Christie drama, Ordeal by Innocence. Purnell's work in Star Trek, Prodigy, voicing Gwyn, first saw her rise to prominence with American audiences. She followed that up by voicing Jinx in Netflix's Arcane. But before Purnell starred in her perfect Rotten Tomato scoring show, she appeared in Sweet Bitter from 2018 to 2019. A Starz drama, Sweet Bitter is based on Stephanie Danler's buzzy 2016 novel of the same name. The series follows Purnell's Tess, a young Ohio transplant who moves to New York City and gets a job at a high-end restaurant. It's one of her best roles, and the show deserves a watch. Ella Purnell's Tess explores New York's trendy restaurant scene in Sweet Bitter. Ella Purnell standing in a kitchen in Sweet Bitter. Nobody does fish out of water better than Ella Purnell, and Purnell's performance in Sweet Bitter deserved just as much acclaim as her work in Yellow Jackets or Fallout. Like these two popular series, Sweet Bitter's Tess is a stranger in a strange land, finding herself in over her head as she tries to navigate the high-pressure, high-end restaurant world of New York City. A coming-of-age tale about a young 20-something trying to find herself in the big city may sound like an overblown cliché, but Purnell wholly makes Tess her own. She may be wide-eyed, but she's certainly not innocent, with Purnell playing up the messiness to her character. While viewers might get hooked on her will-they relationship with bartender Jake, Tom Sturridge, it's Tess' complicated friendship with senior server Simone, Caitlin Fitzgerald, that provides most of the show's juiciest drama. Purnell has chemistry with almost anyone she acts opposite, but her spark with Fitzgerald is absolutely intoxicating. The critics were wrong about Sweet Bitter. Simone and Tess glaring at each other in Sweet Bitter. The reason Sweet Bitter went under so many people's radars may have to do with its less than favorable reviews. On Rotten Tomatoes, the underrated Ella Purnell series has a paltry score of 58%. Most of the bad press is directed at Season 1, which has an even more dismal 30%. Essentially, the pundits felt that Sweet Bitter didn't do enough to set itself apart from other coming-of-age New York series that came before it. They also dinged the show for not living up to the edginess of its source material novel. Sweet Bitter Season 2 did much better with its critical rankings, netting a respectable 86%. However, you have to take that with a grain of salt, as only 7 reviews were compiled for Season 2 versus 23 reviews for Season 1. Interestingly, the Rotten Tomatoes audience scores were much higher, boasting 82% for Season 1, 96% for Season 2, and 89% overall. This speaks volumes, as RT audiences are usually much harsher on romantic, female-driven movies and shows. And a big reason for this is likely due to Purnell and her fantastic performance. Sweet Bitter's tropes may be familiar, but Tess is a wholly unique character, all thanks to Purnell. Why Sweet Bitter was cancelled after 2 seasons. Tom Sturridge and Ella Purnell in Sweet Bitter. Critics and audiences alike may have felt that Sweet Bitter Season 2 was a strong improvement over Season 1, but the show's sophomore installment lost huge viewership numbers, with Season 1 averaging 164,000 live same-day viewers, while Season 2 only averaged 92,000, via THR. Ultimately, due to such a dramatic decline, Starz gave Sweet Bitter the axe. It's difficult to say why so many audience members fell off between Sweet Bitter Seasons 1 and 2. A very possible culprit is the sheer glut of TV shows that have come with the streaming wars.